What is up, YouTube? What is up, guys? Welcome to the video. Just got to the gym. Pretty beautiful Tuesday out. I'm pretty fired up. I'm feeling really good. On the way to the gym, it's about a 20-minute drive. I stopped and had my pre-workout. Or I didn't stop. I ate it as I was driving. But I stopped at Stop and Shop, and I already ate it, but a ton of watermelon and a ton of bloob. So I'll put in my fitness or chronometer later, and I'll see how many calories. But I imagine it's 1.2 pounds of watermelon and then a pint of blueberry. So it's probably 100 carbs, maybe a little over 100 carbs in that 90 to 120 range. That's exactly what I want. Fast carbs. I've been enjoying fruits of late because I realized I like having cereals, and obviously pre-training you want something fast digesting. You know, white breads, honey, cream of rice, cereals, honey nut or Rice Krispie treats. Fruits are all good options, but I definitely want to start having more fruits and less processed, you know, easily palatable stuff, because I find when I have more of those easy palatable stuff, that makes me crave more of that food when I binge eat. So let's keep it at fruit. We'll have cereal here and there, but trying to do more fruit. And it's summertime. I love fruit. I'm a fruity fella. Pause. I'm not a fruity fella, but I do love fruit. So we'll have that. And then also we had a little, ooh, wow, it is super. Let's turn down that, let's turn that down. We got the pre right here. We're going with a scoop and a half of the Bomb citrus grapefruit, which is one of my favorite old-time flavors. Absolutely delicious. So scoop and half of that, sipping on that. Today's push day. I'm at a different gym that I'll probably come to more frequently. I've been going to a lot of gyms recently, which I love. I love traveling, finding different gyms. But I think this gym's really nice because it's got good barbell selection and good machines. And I've been here a couple times. You watch my videos. I was coming here like once a week, but I'll probably start coming here for probably both my leg days, and then one or two other sessions, and then of course go to my other gyms as well. But should be a fun one. Push day today, bench press focused like it is. I think I literally record this session every week. But I like it. I've seen progress every week, so maybe the good luck is to record it. And I'm gonna go back to more of those daily uploads. Actually at this gym, which is Ultraflex, I met my guy Victor, who watches my channel. He's been watching my channel. Awesome dude, great guy, absolute stud. I'm sure I'll see him around the gym. But he was like, oh, why'd you stop doing the daily uploads on YouTube? And I was like, oh, you like that? He's like, yeah, there's something to look forward to. And I was like, I like that. Appreciate the feedback. I'm a big feedback guy, so always let me know. But I was like, oh, maybe I'm uploading too frequently. Like, you know, people aren't keeping up. And then I looked at like that month span when I was uploading 5 to 6 times a week, and I was getting the same amount of views as I'm getting now uploading 2 to 3. So it's like, well, why not upload more frequently? If you're getting, that's more views throughout the week, more people can watch my stuff. And sometimes I think when I create content, I forget how I consume content. I love YouTube. I love fitness YouTube. And when someone I follow post something, if Christian Guzman, C-Bum posts something, I stop what I'm doing, I immediately watch it. And it's crazy to think people like watch my videos in that regard, because that's pretty cool. But I think YouTube is something like I treat YouTube, and I think a lot of people treat YouTube almost like Netflix. Like you have certain channels you follow, and whatever they post, you're gonna watch. So appreciate the loyal supporters who follow me, and I appreciate getting feedback, because sometimes I overthink. Every like 3 months, I overthink this whole content thing. I think I have to restart. And like, oh, I gotta get a videographer. I gotta try out different forms of content. It's like, brother, if it fucking works, it works. You know, if it works, it works. And sometimes that just goes for everything in life: training, nutrition, sleep, content. Like if it's working, you don't have to change things up. The boring, the mundane, that's good. You don't need all this excitement and change up. Keep it simple. If you see growth, you see growth. When you stop seeing growth, that's when you change up. Guess what? We're still seeing growth. The channel's been growing. I think we just hit 75,000 subscribers, or very close, which I appreciate you guys. I'm fired up today. The pre-workout's kicking in. We're gonna have a damn good lift. Let's rip. Let's go. All right, so just warmed up, got the shoulders, rotator cuffs, everything ready to go. Just my usual warm-up. So TKEs. Dumbbell external rotation off the knee. So I like setting up on a bench so my knee's a little elevated. Really works on that full range of motion coming back up. I usually grab a 25, but I recommend like 15 to 30 pounds. Like kind of challenge yourself with it too, if possible, you know. Really work those rotator cuffs. So we'll go 10 on the right, 10 on the left. And then the second one I always do is like, it's called a prone W press. I just lay on the ground. I grab 2.5s or 5s, and I just think about pulling my shoulder blades together, thumbs up, pressing out, coming back. This one I really like, really opens up my shoulders overhead. So we'll go 10 reps there, and then third thing, just a band pull apart, just grabbing, I usually get one of those red bands, keep my arms straight, 15 to 20 reps there. Again, roll through that 2 times. I've been doing that for years. That's my go-to warm-up. I really think that prehab work definitely adds in, and not skipping that's key, because yeah, it's easy to, you know, come in and feel all right and start benching, but I think doing that twice a week before my push days, you know, over the course of 12 weeks, you know, that's 24 times I've done that. That's 48 sets of dumbbell, or sorry, that's, yeah, 48 sets of external rotations, 48 sets. It's just easy to do, it adds up. So I highly recommend coming into the gym and picking 2 to 3 movements and just as prehab work, going through that 2 times, because that adds up, that volume adds up, and that's what keeps you healthy, and that's what keeps those like rotator cuffs, those shoulders, those knees, ankles, everything you do healthy, and allows you to train more and train harder. So highly recommend a warm up. I always do that. I know sometimes I don't show it, but I do that before every bench session. Now, warming up to bench, I'm gonna warm up to a top set today at 385, which is about a little over 90% of my max. I want to hit 4 today. I hit 375 last week for 4. The bench, I don't want to jinx it, but it's moving really good. I go into the road benches today, one of the fat pads, which I really like. So we'll see what we can get up to. But the goal today is 4 sets of bench, a top set in that 2 to 4 range, and then we're going to drop down about 5 to 10% and try to hit like a 3x5. I did this yesterday for squat, really liked it. Hit 525 for 4 on squat, and then 495 for a 3x5. We're going to do like the same kind of format for bench today. So let's go. All right, 3, 2, 1. All right, I'll take trip. I'll take trip. All right, 385, hit it for 3. Honestly, I wanted 4, but 3, I've hit it for 3 once before, and honestly, that was a good set. Like, the only reason I wanted 4 is because last week I hit 375 for 4, and I'm like, oh, this week I'll be able to hit 10 more, but that's not how training works. Training isn't just linear. We're like, oh, I was gonna add 10 pounds and hit the same amount. So, actually pretty stoked with that, but it's good. It is good to throw random numbers out there too. Like 4 was obviously, I mean, I probably knew I wouldn't hit 4 in that, but it's good to have like a number, because then you shoot for it, and then you hit 3 and you're happy with that, because 3 is honestly a good triple for that. So pretty happy with that. We got 385 for 3, which is about 92%, so that kind of makes sense. 92% of my max. It should be like a 3-rep max. Now we're gonna drop it. We're only gonna drop it 20 pounds, or about 6% to 365, because I hit this for a 2x5, and I want to see if I can hit it for a 3x5. So my goal here is, typically what I've been doing is a top set, and then the AMRAPs or the back offs I've been doing like ranges, so it'd be like 4 to 6. So maybe I'll try to hit 365, and maybe I'll get like 654. I'll just go to failure, but I'm thinking I want to accumulate more volume, so I'm gonna try to get a 3x5. Maybe the first set, you know, maybe I have 1 or 2 in the tank, but by the third set, it's probably getting close to 0 reps of reserve. But I think now in this training block, I'm still doing the top set back offs, but I think the back offs, top set's super heavy in that 2 to 4 range for the next 4 weeks, and then the back offs more accumulated reps with like a good weight, and just getting comfortable like putting 365 on and getting multiple sets of, or on squats 495. So I think another thing is like, it's just getting, everyone has weights where it's like, once you put like, oh, 3 plates on or 3 1/4 on, you get psyched out, even though you could hit 10 pounds less for like 5 reps. So I think getting used to weights that psych you out, for me, it was always 495 on squat. Even though my squat max was like 550, for some reason I'll get to 495, I'd be like psyching out, and some days I'd barely get 1 when I should be getting 5. So I think getting better is just doing that weight more. It's just practicing that skill. So doing a top set there, and then getting your back offs at that weight. So now I'm at a point where now I'm doing my back offs at 495 or at 365, which is good, you know? Strength's gone up, and that's all we want to see. The weight's less intimidating. 5s are high, fellas. So let's rip. 3, 2, 1.
Stay with it. Let's go. Up, Dylan. Let's go, big fella.
We got dips next. First off, I love these dip bars, so they kind of converge. Feels really good on the shoulders. You can play around with the grip. I know a lot of people complain about shoulder pain on dip. I feel like a lot of shoulder pain comes when you do the parallel bars, because you're in fixed, and whenever I do it on the straight bars, like I'm like, it feels a little weird in my shoulders. But if you get a dip bar where it comes out like this, because then you can play around with how close or how far you want to be, and it just feels so much better in the shoulders. So If you can, try to find the dip bars that are like this in the gym. I know some gyms just have the parallel ones, but if you can, these ones are goated. So we'll go 3 sets here, and that's 6 to 8 range is what I'm aiming for. I got strapped to me, you probably can't see, but I got 3 45s and a 25, which is 160. And I'm just gonna go here, 3 sets, 0 reps of reserve. Pec, pumping, city, tricep, try something. Alright, we'll go here though. But I like setting up kind of like slightly wider and then really thinking about kind of squeezing the plates in between my legs, squeezing my glutes, and then big press up. Ooh, good 8, hell yeah. Oh, fuck. Ooh, cut up. Ooh. I got movement 3, we're gonna go with seated press. I'm gonna go with this Arsenal one, neutral grip. I just really like the feeling of this. So let's go 2 sets here, 6 to 10. So we hit 4 sets of bench, top set, back up. I ended up getting bench, I hit 385 for 3, and then the goal was to hit 365 for a 3x5. That was a little ambitious. I ended up getting 544, but I wanted to be in that 4 to 6 range anyways, kind of like, I mean, it was 86%, so I probably no business in a 3x5, but I'm happy with 544. And then we did 3 sets of dip in that 6 to 8 range, and then now just 2 sets here. We'll probably do 2 sets for the rest of the workout and just bang and clang. But this neutral grip feels really good. So last pressing motion of the day, and we'll get into kind of more isolation based. All right, so 2 solid sets of overhead press. So we hit our 3 presses of bench, dips, overhead press. Now we'll go flies, lateral raises, 2 tricep movements, just 2 sets of all the accessories from here on out. Obviously a higher volume day, pretty much good amount of sets, 4 sets of bench, 3 sets of dips. So I'm figuring we hit 7 hard sets there. Let's just go 2 sets here on out and let it rip. So we'll just go this pec deck here. Big stretch, big squeeze, baby. All right, hitting the delts again. We'll get this pretty sick machine. It's a seated lateral raise, but it makes a lot of sense. Usually seated lateral raises, you go facing in, but this is the Watson one, and you actually go facing out, which I feel like you get a better range of motion. This one's freaking sick. The roller pads, not have to worry about your grip giving out. A lot of times I do lateral raises and like my hands end up giving out, or I'm shrugging too much, but just played around, did a couple feel out sets. Really like this. So we'll go 3 sets here. We'll go 2 sets for everything, but 3 sets here because I want to get a little more shoulder volume in. 3 sets, let it rip. Pause for a second at the top, nice control on the way down. It's a dope machine, baby. Ooh, that's like pause control. All right, we got decline dumbbell skull crushers next. Goated freaking movement. Now, if you don't have a decline bench, you just do regular dumbbell skull crusher. But if you do have a decline, Don't do that, lock your feet in. That was kind of smooth. I almost fell right off the back. If you got a decline, lock your feet in. That was kind of smooth. I almost slid right down there. It's kind of funny. But decline, I know you can't see me, decline dumbbell skull crushers. I think it just adds, you know, obviously being that decline, it just adds a little more at the top. I just get a better little contraction and you get a little deeper range of motion. Goat movement. Goat movement, we'll go 2 sets here. Get the tries. I'm trying to get a thumbs up at the top, almost like I'm trying to turn my wrist. All right, last move of the day, just a single arm push down. Really been liking this one to finish the old triceps. 2 sets, kind of high rep, 8 to 12. Just here, pushing it with that opposite hand. Really focus on squeezing. Oh yeah. Full push day, solid freaking session. So bench, dips, kind of higher volume throughout, but really want to focus on those bench and dips right now and just kind of accumulate more volume there and just going heavy AF and then getting some accessory work in. So kind of game plan I do for like these push days. If I'm starting with bench, that's the main movement, top set, back offs, and then dips. I usually like going 3 heavy sets there and then finish with a overhead press variation. And then we get a pec deck variation or a fly variation, a lateral raise, and then 2 triceps. So usually like keep around 3 chest movements, a flat press, either an incline press dip and a fly, 2 shoulder movements, an overhead press and a lateral raise, and then 2 tricep movements. Usually some sort of like push down or extension, and then some sort of like behind the neck or behind the head extension, something like that. So damn good day. Good lift, great pump, great freaking pump. I didn't show, but I was sipping on throughout. I had some, I need to get a bigger water bottle because I'll tell you what, I don't know if you guys remember those Campbell Soups commercials, like the Donovan McNabbs, the chunky Campbell Soups. That's what I felt like I was drinking because I had probably this much powder in here. It was 4 scoops of the fuel. I had the isolate, I keep saying that, the isolate from Raw, which is the clear whey. Actually, I don't even know if it's isolate, but it's a clear whey. They have a new clear whey, which is like a sour citrus flavor. It mixes well with the lemon lime fuel, and they also have a hydrate stick. So legit, have that much powder and that much water. So I need to get like a half gallon to mix it better, but that's what I'm having every workout now. So I know I've talked a lot about intra-workout carbs, the importance of that, and then also the coach I work with, Aaron, he also recommends having the isolate in the with the throughout. So sip on that throughout, but towards the end it was getting a little chunky. It was a little chunky Campbell soup. But anyways, good day in lift. Good, hey, another day in paradise, baby. Another day stacking the day, feeling good. So appreciate you guys watching. We're getting back to these daily uploads, or at least 5 times a week. We're just gonna rip videos because I love making content and I appreciate everyone who supports me and follows me, and it's fun. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Stack the damn days. Peace.